Nestled in the Rocky Mountains, Folsom Field in Boulder. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Colorado Buffaloes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Nestled into the gorgeous mountains in Boulder, Colorado, Folsom Field is a spectacular viewing venue for college football. The new coach has it rocking and rolling. Folsom Field continues to build on their tradition of the Buffaloes football team. Reese?
Okay, Holly. And the Longhorns headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Finds his tight end. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. And the Buffaloes want to crank the tempo. Lewis from the gun on third down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Buffaloes line up to punt it away. Looking for room. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Arch Madness. Holds on, it's Lockett. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line. Hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Lewis to throw. Under pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
The Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis dumps it off in the flats. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt. And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Longhorns want to move quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the right. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On the return, he gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Here comes the Texas offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Caught in the backfield, it's Lockett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Searching for space. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Turning it on! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Throwing, Lewis. Still looking to his right. Going to try to get it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
And he'll bring it back. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. That's reeled in. It's Townsend. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He'll take it himself. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Manning. Going downfield for the big play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Yes. Go on. He has some tissue right quick.
Snap it from the 40. Making the adjustment. Quick give. It's Young. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Takes off. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time.
Right ahead. I think she only take that probably one time a day.
Calls his own number. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. And the Buffaloes with the 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Young. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Lewis. Out wide left, it's Smith. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like...
Snags it, and there's running room. Spins away from the defense. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his right. I get the ball to my playmaker, and he does the rest. This is what's so fun about him. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make people miss, use his speed to make big plays.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's Lewis to throw. Short pass. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On the option. He'll pitch it. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. To throw, Manning. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Here's Manning to throw. Moving out to the right. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. Catches it at the 15. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Lewis. Extending the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 35, he's open. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. From the gun, it's Young. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Right side, it's Williams. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Right at the line. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
3rd and short, I don't mind the play call. Running the RPO, giving the quarterback the option. Could he have pulled it and maybe made that decision a little bit different? He decided to give it to the running back. The defense was ready, got the big stop, forces the 4th down.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. There he goes. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Running behind that left side. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
But I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
And here comes the field goal unit. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Lewis. He tries to take the top off. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Lewis to throw. Williams open on the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll take the penalty and move them back. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Young. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. Stepping to the right. He stopped short of the 1st down, but he gets it into plus territory on the scramble, and now decision time on 4th. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Punt is in the air. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Throwing Manning. Turns up, it Smothers. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Right down the middle. In traffic, it's Wingo. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Looking to throw, it's Manning. They're all over it. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Arch is going to throw for it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. The pick 6. He takes it in. Touchdown, Bucks! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these 2 teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with the Wyoming Cowboys taking on the New Mexico Lobos. And it's Wyoming able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field, trying to set the tone with the run.
And with that W, they get back above 500, 3-2 now on the season.
The Longhorns in the hurry-up.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Hits inside, it's Young. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Lewis to throw. They'll run the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And the Buffaloes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. The run inside. It's Smith.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's changing the play. Throwing. Lewis. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Breaks into the open. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the first down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
The pitch. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here...
Shakes a man, and he might take off. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. From deep, it's Gibson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Play action with Lewis. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Quarterback changing the play. Play fake, Lewis. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Trying to get the corner. Now the toss. And he's brought down after a short gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Gonna take a shot. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Trying to take it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blaylock. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Out wide right, it Smothers. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Here's Arts to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Right side, it's Townsend. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bowie. Makes a move. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Lewis. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Second and long here. Lewis wants to pass. Move to his right. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a third down play. Lewis from the gun on third down. The throw. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Quick give. It Smothers.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Quarterback keep. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones in the hole.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Out wide right, it's Lockett. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. And the Longhorns have this offense rolling. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to the counter play. Turning it on. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll ride him again. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Snags it over the middle. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Going to the run, it's Smothers. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. So the defense sets them up with an interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Gets it across the 10, a pickup of 5, and out of trouble to the 12.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. 2nd down coming up. Here's Lewis to throw. Back's got it on the screen. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. Listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Caught behind the line. It's Gibson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Buffaloes decide to punt it away. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Making his first move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Got it in the middle. It's Smothers. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive. And I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Not really a huge decision there. You don't want to give up the football at this juncture of the game, and they're able to keep the drive going.
You know, the head coach here obviously feels like punts and field goals are not going to get him back in it, so put this one on your quarterback. Trust in him to go out and execute and give your team a chance to win.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Arch Madness throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go on with the W. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line. Just need to get one first down. And Palmer, they could run it. They could play it safe. But they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know on the back of their hand. And they go out, they get the execution needed to win this game. Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this